We are all down horrifically right now, but it's still a good time to learn about Solana NFTs. Because remember Solana Summer? I actually think there's gonna be some big opportunities coming up, and I wanted to talk to Ice Knife, one of the biggest Solana influencers, to get his take on the Solana NFT market, what he looks for in upcoming mints, why he's bearish on the market right now. And if you comment and like on this video, I have whitelist spots to give out. Bigfoot towel, look at this sick one of one they made for me. But let's get in that video today with Iced. Okay, yo, I'm with Ice Knife. He is one of the biggest Solana Twitter accounts out there. He's also the co-host of The Good Price Show. Definitely check that out on the YouTube channel right here. We'll leave that little pop tag. Wanted to kind of get your feel for the Solana market right now. It's tough times. I want to know if we're on the Titanic right now, if we're still going to make it or not. Just wanted to ask you about some tweets you've had over the last couple days. How you hanging in there, man?
Yeah, we're hanging in by a thread. I mean, it's been pretty tough the last few weeks, months. I don't know. Everything to do with NFTs is fucked right now. Obviously, the market itself and the underlying assets being the NFTs are beyond fucked. So it doesn't change the long-term horizon that a lot of people have, but it does change, the short term. So
your outlook is about as grim as like Zach XBT doing a thread about you. It's not good. Like
no, it's not good. It's not good. But I don't know how far down we could really go from here. I mean, maybe we'll see like Ethereum at 700. They're like, I don't know, lots of, how like everybody does TA and like has all those price targets. I don't do TA myself, but like, I'm in a bunch of group chats. They're talking about, Ethereum to 700. If that fails, 300, Solana at, under 30, 25, 20, you know what I'm saying? So if we break, I don't know, under 20K Bitcoin, it's not good. And it won't be good for NFTs either.
Yeah, my balls just shriveled thinking about that outcome. But I wanted to bring up a kind of a silver lining in the past couple of days with Solana randomly. Like going back to your tweet, it's a screenshot of Primates, which holding like a 7 SOL floor. Last time I checked, you brought up that you didn't think this would happen. What's going on with this one specific? Why do you think this is doing so well right now? Like pretty solid.
I don't really know much about them. I've never spoken to the team. It's kind of just like caught me by surprise because everything pretty much from the last month has minted and then went under mint pretty much immediately, or at least short term thereafter. So it caught me by surprise. This minted, went significantly under mint, and then bounced back. I think on the backs of the art itself, maybe the community. I don't know. Like I said, I actually don't know much about it. I was just saying I was surprised to see that because it's been like mint fail, but this one was like one of the ones that's short term success right now. So I was surprised to see that.
I'm happy that it's doing well. I don't know the team as well. You also had a tweet, mentioning some of these other projects that have come out recently, like Just Ape, Grey Goats, Wobblebug, Vandal City, Jaika. I mean, what do you chalk those kind of projects up to? Like, do you think that they would perform better in a different market? I mean, what's kind of the through line with all those projects? Why didn't they make it?
Yeah, I think, some people have short-term horizon, short-term whatever visions when it comes to this NFT shit. And they're like, you know what, I'm going to mint and flip this immediately. And a lot of times that's worked, especially in the past. But I think a lot of people want short-term gains like now, and they're just like playing the attention economy game where they're like, I need this shit now and I need to go up right now. Otherwise, I'm going to paper hand this for, however amount. So I wouldn't want to, consider them all failures. I feel like it's unfair to say that at this point. They've all minted in less than a month. Like who knows what the future holds. I think the market conditions definitely fuck them short term, and if they were to mint in a, months prior or, maybe late last year, I think they likely would have done better. But I think, partially due to the market conditions, could be partially due to the team itself, maybe incompetency between, like I said, I don't know all the teams myself. I don't want to speak for them, but yeah, I would put a good chunk of it to the market conditions.
Maybe the delineation between some of those projects and the Primates doing well is just like the timing of the market. I think there's a little bit more certainty going on maybe in the market right now. People know what we should expect, that things are pretty much bottomed out, and maybe that's helping a bit. Wanted to ask you about another tweet you had. You're talking about, is it too much to ask for quality art in an expensive mint, organic community, fun atmosphere, high memeability, all in one NFT? I mean, I haven't seen, and that's like saying like, are you going to be able to find like a wife that's okay with you having like your entire net worth in crypto? Like that's just like, it's not going to happen. Out of all those things I just mentioned, what do you think is like, how would you rank those among like, how do you rank qualities of an NFT project?
It's hard to do this because some sometimes one can outweigh the other depending on how strong it is. You know what I'm saying? Like if something has a really strong utility, it might outweigh the community itself because they give so much and they produce so much. But if I were to rank them and if they were all equal, I'd probably rank them community first, art second, truthfully, and then utility third. Honestly, memeability is pretty important, but that also ties into the community itself because people love to have a good laugh, love to, share their jokes, memes, whatever, engage in Discord, Twitter, whatever. So I think that also ties into the community itself.
But I think like the memeability and having like a brand and a voice for your Twitter account, obviously we saw this do really well on ETH with the Goblin Town and We Were All Going to Die, like having a specific font for your Twitter account, having memes, having like these really weird Twitter spaces.
It's like a niche almost.
Absolutely. Okay, here's another one for you. You said it takes 2 cycles to make it, the first to get wrecked, the second to hopefully learn from the first but execute better. Tell me a little bit about your background, bro. I mean, how many cycles have you been through this? Like, has your experience kind of helped you like weather this storm?
Kinda. I mean, I was kind of late to the cycle in 2017 when Bitcoin went to 19K because I was buying, I was trading on Binance at the time. I was buying lots of random coins. It was like my first exposure to crypto. I had wanted to get into crypto earlier because I was playing like RuneScape at the time and I wanted like RuneScape membership for cheaper. And there were lots of sites that were offering like, 10, 20% off if you paid with BTC. So I almost bought like a chunk of I almost bought like a few BTC in like 2013 when it was like cheaper, but I was too young at the time. I didn't know how to, whatever. So my first real exposure was in 2017. I got wrecked then. And I'm like, damn, this is like super, super volatile. And there were obviously huge doubts back then, still even to this day, right? So I think that's definitely helped me during this cycle, but I obviously made, many, many mistakes, and obviously you're going to make many, many mistakes, and not all cycles are going to be created equally. And there's probably a lot of people who are, better suited to answer this question than I am. But yeah, I think, as you trade, you learn from, you would hopefully learn from those mistakes and apply them and make sure you don't make the same mistakes twice, following the next cycle.
So you mentioned there might be other people out there who can answer that question better than you. So the people, like the one person who's watching this video who doesn't know Ice Knife, hilarious Twitter account, great follow. You do dabble in some shit posting. So, we don't want to, overlook that. With somebody like you who's kind of like, you're tweeting minute by minute. You're in the minutia of like, you're in the trenches, bro, of this whole Solana shit. So I'm trying to figure out like where you see this going in the next couple months. Like, I know we haven't really seen Solana gaming go as far as it can. I feel like we still have that, like, it locked and loaded, ready to go in the sniper chamber. What do you see as someone who's like firmly in the weeds right now? Like, what do you see as maybe the trends that can pop up and appear over the next couple months?
I don't know. There's kind of like market trends, more like, I don't know. There was a point in time, period of time where things with Stealth Mint have very low supplies, promise a token and breeding within like, the first week. And that was pretty much their entire roadmap. Then people got sick of that. Everyone didn't want to, they pretty much stopped minting that type of, I guess, genre of NFTs, that meta. And then we moved into like, whitelist stuff. And then we had like, branding, which was a whole buzzword and everyone was speaking about that. I don't like to really call them metas. I just think people are in the flow of the market and people are like, well, this worked. So we're going to take this approach as well. Right. And that really just doesn't work. It's more like, there's one Bored Ape and there'll never be another Bored Ape. There's one CryptoPunks, there'll never be another CryptoPunks. You kind of have to, if you really want to be successful, there's one DeGods, there's only be one DeGods. If you want to be successful, you really have to pave your own way, and you can't be a copycat project of another. If you see another project doing the X, Y, and Z, try not to do X, Y, and Z, and try to do A, B, and C. Like pave your own way in that regard, in my opinion. And I think you'd have a much better success rate.
There's only one Balloonsville. That was too soon. That was like way out of bounds. Now let's get to some nitty gritty alpha here. Like, what are some projects? I mean, you can chill your bags a little bit if you want. Are there some specific Solana projects that you're like, that's actually going to make it through this bear market?
Yeah.
Like that might.
And I will say this with caution, because every NFT has its own lifespan, right? Like some NFTs last a month and they die. Some NFTs last 2 months and they die. Some a year and they die, right? Some of them are, longer holds. Like you hold them and they'll likely accrue value, or at least hold value longer term, right? Like 6 months to a year to a few years. The space is still relatively young, so we don't really know what the next few years holds, but you know, you'd hope if you believed in the space, that'd be good, right? So I like to hold. I don't trade as much flipping NFTs. I think it's really hard, at least right now, because everybody's looking for such small gains. So like I'll mint and flip some stuff here and there, but I don't really, I feel like I'm not buying too much on secondary and flipping because it's not as profitable right now. I used to do that more. But if you want me to give some names, right now I'm really liking Cyber Samurai.
Honestly, have never heard of that project.
Yeah, it's kind of under the radar. It's a little bit of an OG project, minted last year. They went under the radar. They were pretty much below mint for a while.
Are you like also the co-founder or like?
Oh, no. I have no relation whatsoever. I just hold a bunch of them, and I don't really even, I made a tweet about them today, but I don't really speak about them too much. They're kind of under the radar. They have a pretty respectable floor at like, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 SOL, whatever they are. I've been hovering around there for a while now. I don't know what I should really say about them. I don't want to sway people to be like, oh, go buy these. You know what I'm saying?
Come on. Guys, hey, this is not financial advice. You're already down 90%. What's fucking 90% to 95%, okay?
I don't know. I feel bad though sometimes because I'm like, it's hard because you're like, you know, you want to expose something you believe in, but then like if you get people wrecked, you feel like guilty about it. It's better to just hear from the team itself, like on it, like join spaces, you look at the Medium articles, you look at their website, join their Discord group, you know, you do the research for yourself, you check them out, and then make your decision that way. Don't just do it because anybody told you so, because I could be wrong and, you know, send you to Goblin Town.
Goblin Town went to 6 ETH. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Dude, it went to 9, dude. You saw that shit?
Yeah, okay, right. You could have retired some people with that financial advice. Yeah, but, okay, Ice Knife, follow him on Twitter, also hosting Good Price Show. I always check those out.
We got to get you on.
Bro, I'm right here. I'm ready to go. I'm like Clay Thompson. Like I'm ready to be put back in the game. We could, you know. So yeah, let's definitely do that.
I love that.
Ice Knife, again, thank you very much, brother. Talk to you soon.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
That's the video for today. Pretty cool announcement in the Only Snipers Discord today. A couple of our members are going to be joining us on the Hudson River for an NFT NYC yacht party. Yeah, Only Snipers yacht parties. NFT NYC. That's seriously hype. Gonna be going to NFT NYC next week. Want to still meet people, build connections. Lots of stuff coming up for Sniper Gang. Love you guys for watching till the end. The whitelist code is triple down. And just remember to say, gang, gang!